Hi everyone, welcome to our first Planners Anonymous planner party. It did take me a little bit of time to get it set up, a little bit longer than I expected. Hopefully this is now all working. I've actually had to set up a few extra cameras. I was running short of whoa, hold on. I've got a few different cameras set up. So I've got my top down one so you can see what I'm doing. You've got one here so that I can swap it over to that when I need to. And hopefully everything runs smoothly. Now I've just realized that my top down camera is possibly going to be upside down. Give me 2 seconds, I'm going to try and fix that. Okay, I think I've got it all set up. Now, I'm only just... Okay, so I'm just trying to see if, unfortunately, because I'm not at my computer, I can't see my comments. I've got my phone. Hopefully it stays up to date. I do have a little one home with me today, so she may be making a few little guest appearances. Hi to everyone who's online. Hopefully, okay, so thankfully you're all seeing my messages in the chat, and thank you for staying online while I was trying to get all sorted out. Are you going to say hi to everyone?
Hi.
Hi. We are doing well down here in Australia at the moment. Hi. Oh, Ashley says hi. You can say hi, Ashley. You're going to be quiet? Okay. I'll call you in a little bit later when you want to. Indy's, I've made a printable. Oh, wow. And she's been crafting this morning as well as doing some schoolwork, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you're so excited to show off what you made with Mummy's printable, didn't you? So I wanted to show everybody later because Mummy hasn't even told them about the printable yet. Okay, but we're going to do it now, aren't we? So that way you can go and do some more crafting. Sorry, the lighting is really bright above me because it's set up for the flat lay. So you're getting this really weird shine on my head. Okay, well how about we talk about the printable first. Now this printable isn't up yet. I have been wanting to do a little something. We're all going through a little bit of a awkward time at the moment, right? And we're all in this together. So Mummy's been working really hard on this, hasn't she? Yeah. At first I wanted to do like more of a documentary style kit on the whole COVID thing. Hey. But to be honest, it was making me quite upset and quite depressed. So I thought, Indy, please stop. I thought, what am I going to need to get me through at the moment? And more importantly, what can I do to help bring others through? Because there's a lot of people going through a lot of hard time at the moment. So I've put together, it's a downloadable pack. It's not up yet. I have noticed a mistake. I had Holly proof it. She noticed a mistake, so I've got to fix it up, which I'll be doing after my live, and then I'll be posting it. And I'm gonna flip through this, but it's part coloring book. Oops, sorry, Ninny.
It's part coloring book, part half me.
Half you? No, it's not you. So there's some coloring in book pieces in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little comic book style thing so that you can sort of either write in what you're feeling or you can do some drawing.
And I have that.
And you have that, yeah. And then I've got like a little, so my idea is that you put like a photo in here and it's got thank you for being a friend. And then there's some more colouring in style stuff. What's it say, Ninny?
Wash your hands.
Uh-huh. That's right. And then we've got, what's that? So then we've made some box style, which is what Indy wants to show you, and I'll show you this in further detail later, so they're nice and easy to cut. We've got some chill day, lockdown and homeschool stickers. Then I've got some sort of, what do we call those? Speech bubbles.
Speech bubbles.
Which you can print out. And then a little
magical
bit of...
poop.
We just had a phone call from the doctor's surgery, that's all. So just give me 2 seconds. Mic on, Sammy. So I believe mic on. I think I'm still live. Okay. Okay. So Indy does have a bit of a cough. That's why we've kept her home today. It's a nice wet cough. So from everything that we've read, we are still all okay. We are. What are we doing? We're doing the dab cough. Cough. Yeah.
A cough dab.
Yeah. And we're washing our hands lots. We are still okay here. We don't go out. So this Tiana, she's watching herself on one of the screens. So this download I will have up this afternoon. It's not just for kids, it's for us too. The reason why I went comic book style instead of a more traditional sort of scrapbooking style is I wanted to make something that was a little bit more uplifting, a little bit less serious. So that's why I went in that direction. Hoping to lift spirits a little bit. So yeah, that will be available this afternoon. Now that I've run through that, Indy has disappeared with her little project. Indy, okay, do you want to show them what you did with it? So I literally printed off one for me. I printed it on the wrong paper, so I gave it to Indy. And just to show you how easy these are to do, so on her own, do you want to show everybody what you made?
Yes.
You calling type?
Yeah. Indy.
No, she's showing them. She's allowed to show quickly, and then you've got to go. So what did you make? You need to tell them as well. Talk to this one up here.
I made a binder.
You need to speak a little bit louder.
I made a binder and
A binder?
A binder.
Yep.
And it has this cute little colouring in. It's the magical poop coloured in pink.
Yep.
And that's all I've already put in here. And it can stay
Hold
in.
it up a little bit higher so they can see.
And it can stay in because I made a seal right here.
Yep.
So it can stay in.
Yeah. So, and you cut out all the boxed ones, didn't you?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, that was a really cute, quick, simple project that she made. There's more that I'm going to keep her updated with. So I will share those by the end of today. Hopefully I'm still seeing your comments. Okay, so please bear with me if I don't see your comments because it's on a really small phone in front of me, and it's off to the side because it is charging. So I'm going to try and keep up with everything as I go. This is the first time I've ever run something like this. To be honest, I am really nervous because when I craft, I'm not the most efficient person in the world, so feel free to tune out. I honestly just thought I could do this as a way of giving us all something to do, and yeah, just sort of having someone to sit around and chat with. Okay. Oh, yes, it is a unicorn poo. Sorry, I can't plug in my phone because my holder for it is actually I might have another holder. I've got that many phone holders. Surely I've got another one that will work. Yeah, she did a really great job. Keep in mind as well that there is a 1 minute delay on your messages. So that being said, let's jump into the printables and what I uploaded. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Okay, so this is our, okay, so I did a couple of different ones. So, and I've got the Vineyard kit too, because I thought, depending on how we go for time, I might do something with that. And I should just say before I get started, today's live planner party is sponsored by our Books and Botanicals Melody Planner, which is going on sale this Friday. Okay, so I really need another bracket. I have another bracket somewhere. Where is it? Oh, won't be a second, guys. I'll be right back. Very good. You can show it in a minute. That's not a bracket. Hey, can you tell them about that while I look for my bracket? There you go.
Okay.
You talk to them and show them how you fixed it while I find my other holder.
I didn't fix it. I put more.
Well, you show them where you put more in.
Okay, so I put some more of these colouring in sheets in. So I've got the magical poop, then I've got this one, and a whole lot of other ones. Oh, and there's also can't find.
Make sure you hold it up so they can see it.
Can't find the toilet paper. Oh, here's toilet paper. Toilet paper.
Okay. Okay, you ready? Okay, Nini, I think it's time to hop up and I need to chat to everyone again. You say bye. Be bye.
Ah!
Careful. Okay, sorry about that. I was looking for my other bracket just so that I could make it. Actually, I do have something I can use. Okay, I found something I can use. I don't know how long it would last for because it's battery powered. And without the battery power, it turns off. But we're going to give this a try. Okay. All right, there we go. I can see now. Okay, okay, let's get this party started.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have work to do? Or are you going to go colour in? Because remember, Mummy's got to get this done.
I'm gonna make more stuff.
Okay, I love you.
Oh, I know what to make.
Okay, good girl. So we are possibly going to have a few visits from Indy, but I can now see all your messages. Hey, see ya. Is everything okay? Okay. Okay, so what we have, and you can see me top down at the moment. Great. So I've printed out 2 of each. So just, and I also, so just before I came on, part of the problem was that the my printer, so I have a printer that I do all my arts and crafts stuff on, and it is a print hog. It is an ink hog, but I find that it actually prints on cardstock really well. Unfortunately, that stopped working because we ran out of ink. So I had to use our other printer, which does all the labels and things like that, and I managed to get it printed onto some watercolor paper. So I'm going to give that a little bit of a try. It's been a long time since I did it, but this is what I used to do. I used to print out designs and digital stamps, and then I used to color them in. So I'm going to have fun with that today. Hey baby.
Hey.
What's up?
I'm going up.
Oh, okay. Love you. Okay. So I'm going to leave that for the moment. Now what I did was, hold on, let me just grab 2 of these. Sorry, you're going to see me a little bit messy, a little bit untidy today. I printed out 2, let me just move some stuff out of the way so I can focus. I don't know about you, but when I've got too much on my desk, I literally cannot focus. Okay. So we've got the 2 printouts. I only did 2 today. To be honest, because I wanted to focus on getting that printout done that everybody could sort of benefit from, not just them, but them and their kids, because I know a lot of our people, a lot of our subscribers, a lot of our followers have kids too. So I wanted to focus on that. So this was a really, really quick one. And what I've done is I've done two versions. One which is a booklet version, and the other one which is a divider version. Oh my goodness, words, Sammy. The other one which is like a sheets version. Sorry, I am really messy this morning. I didn't get to finish my coffee, and anybody who's in here normally knows what I'm like if I haven't had my coffee. So now the important thing I want to stress about this is there are different levels to doing this project. So the first level is super, 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 super simple. I've printed this out on an inkjet, but if the first thing that you could do before you get to that is printing it out on a laser. And if you have a mink machine or a really good laminator and some foil, you can foil it over, and literally you wouldn't even need to do anything else. Like, that would just look gorgeous. Unfortunately, we used to have a Brother laser, which we used to do all of our labels on. That died a long time ago, so I don't have that anymore. But I'm going to show you what to do in a couple of different steps. So a couple of different ways of running things. Now, if there is a courier or anything like that, I will, I think what I might do is I can either put the sort of "we'll be right back" thing on, or I could always do the, show some previews of our next kit. So I do have some options. I'm getting so many messages at the moment. Okay, so I want to focus on this one first. This sheet here is designed to be a folded booklet cover. So it is a B6 size booklet. So what I'm going to show you is how I trim it down. I was going to trim it down off camera, but I thought, no, I want to show you how I do it. And I've left the crop marks on, and I apologize, but I lean over, so hopefully you're not going to see much of my head during this, and I've got the camera in the right spot. This is why I've never really done lives before, because lives with crafting and planning before, because my head goes in the way. So, first off, actually, before I do that, I'm just going to see, so that's 2 centimeters off the edge of my page. Now, keep in mind, I use A4 papers. So if you're using a letter paper, it won't be 2 centimeters, it will be different. Always make sure to print at 100% and to center it in the page. So it's 2 centimeters from the edge, which you don't really need to know for this one. And then I'm just going to chomp that right off. The other way that I've seen this done, which Ashley from Plum Mashable actually taught me about, was you don't chop it all the way to the edge. You actually stop it before you get to the edge, and that way all the outsides actually stay on, so you can use the crop marks as you go. So that's another way of doing it. I'm actually really nervous about doing this today. So I hope I hope you're all just going to relax and have a bit of fun with me. So what I do then is, for this style, I literally, once I've cropped the top and bottom, that's when I fold it in half. And where is, I think my folder is in the other room. But because it's only, I've only printed this on sandpaper, I don't really need to stress about that today. So I'm going to go back to that 2 centimeters, or you can see how much I've used this because the numbers are literally missing. But that's my 5-inch mark, and I know that the covers are 5-inch, but I usually take them just a touch wider because they're covers and they go around a booklet. So I'm just going to take it a touch wider, not too much, and then, so that's perfect. So and I always say to everybody, because they're like, I'm not a crafty person, and I feel like if you're watching this, there is some little inkling inside of you that is a crafty person. But if you don't if you don't have the time, that is super simple. It's already done. It's gorgeous. It's really basic and easy, and you don't even need to do anything more to it. You can then use this as colouring in paper if you want to just sort of have a little bit of fun with it. Hey Denise, I am trying to keep up with the comments, so there isn't too many at the moment, so which either I'm missing things or it's quiet and you're just listening to me blab on. I blab a lot. So anyway, that's a really simple and easy, already put together. Okay, so I'm gonna have a little bit more fun with this in a moment, but I just want to show you, if you're on this page, which is more of like the insert dividers, I'm going to show you what I do with this. So what I might show Ashley's way, because Ashley's way is also really kind of cool. So what I've done is I've gone to the crop marks and not gone further. And now, I don't know if this was Ash or her hubby who taught me this, but either way, it's come from both of them. So, and then you do the opposite side. So you've got basically your edges, and then what I'm going to do, usually what I do with this is I for sheets, I always crop through the middle first, and I actually have a different size guillotine inside. It's not like a big commercial one, it's still a small home one, probably for small office, and what I do is I have washi tape strips. I can't do it on this one because it's not wide enough, but I have washi tape strips down the side in different colors which tell me what size I'm cutting to, and I find that's really helpful. So I'm just going to cut that straight through the middle, so then I've got my two edges. Wouldn't it be funny if I saw that I'd screwed up the the printout and the sizing, and then I'm literally just going to do the other side as well. So there's one. And it's not perfect. Oh. And we're just going to do the other side. There we go. Look at that. So the reason I've done two with this, and you can also do what I'm about to show you with this as well. I'm just going to get rid of this because we no longer need this side. Oops. Okay. So how I've designed this is that they're to be layered. So what we're going to do is, oh, it was Ryan. Okay, so Ryan is Plum Mashable / Ashley's hubby. So this was from here. Oh, Laria, 27th day of quarantine. I'm watching you without audio because my family is already sleeping, but at least you bring some colour in these dark days. Big hugs. Okay, if you're watching that without audio, I have pens. Hold on. How do we spell this? Oops. That's to all my friends in Italy, all my subscribers. Okay, so what we're going to do is I've designed this so that we could do it as a layered option, and you can do it with this one as well. You just need to print out two. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally, and the reason I'm cutting, I hate fussy cutting. The reason why I am cutting this with my scissors right now is because I want to show you that as long as you have a printer, scissors, and some colouring in, you can take full advantage of these printables. So now you're going to see how horrible my cutting is. And we just, I hope you can, I actually have better scissors. I have really fine scissors, and my little boy is autistic and he absolutely loves scissors, so we have to hide them. And they're somewhere in my scrap box. So I'm not going to go into full detail on the cutting right now, but if I didn't have so many people watching and if I had a little bit more time and I wasn't so shaky, I'm quite shaky today, so I do apologize. I do get the shakes. I would be cutting quite close. Okay. But I'm not going to go close today. Okay, so. Okay. Okay, so then what you've got is literally this little peekaboo style insert. So let me just grab my hole punch. Now I ran, it needs emptying. So I ran through this yesterday, but my hole punch, so I have this already set up for my melody. These are the settings that I use it on. It's a Rapesco cutter, hole punch, and I have it taped down so that my guide doesn't move. So at the end, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it now because I want to do some colouring first, is I'm literally going to put those two in together. I'm going to chomp them, and then that then becomes more of an interactive type divider. Now, I'm also, actually, while I've got my cutter, bring this back. So that's another thing, like if you wanted to stop at that, that is still, like if you have a predominantly monochrome planner, because I know like Bess's Lights Planner Action inserts and stuff like that are all monochrome, like that works perfectly. And I mean that you could stop right here and have a perfectly good project already. So I'm just going to cut out this. So what do I do? Hold on. I need to learn to follow my own instructions here now. And I've cut it too short, but that's okay. It's okay because this didn't print out really well. So this, oh, that was a really bad cut. That's not even straight. Did I say it was 2 centimeters? Okay, if you wanted a demonstration on why to keep the edges on, this was a perfectly good demonstration. Okay, so what I do is I then do the middle. I hope these are the right size. I'm pretty sure they are. Okay, and I just realized before that I cut these to 5" instead of 5/3, I think. Oh no, I used the edges. That's right. Did I do 5/3? I'm so used to, because I've gone from literally doing a B6, which is 5 inches wide, I always forget to do 5/3 for all the other bits and pieces. I can just see. I don't know whether that's. Oh, there you go. So let's just do that again. I'm just going to use this to measure. Now you're seeing me at my sloppiest when it comes to cutting and crafting. This is not the Sammy that I wanted you all to see. Okay. This is not the Sam that I want you to copy. Okay, so there we go. So this is on watercolor. Now I wanted to show you watercoloring. So there's a whole bunch of different stuff that you can use. I have a lot of different options. I have my Koi watercolors, which I absolutely love. I've got some Winsor Newtons. I also have my Eco Lines. I have my Fintex. I love these golds. These golds are just divine. But today I wanted to show you some distress oxides and how I use these, because there is a little bit of an upcycle in here. And just remember, although I'm going to be doing a little bit of painting with it, I want you to remember that literally, like, if all you have is a red marker at home, I want you to pull out the red marker and colour these in. If that's good stress relief for you. If it's not, then don't. Don't worry about it, just leave them plain. But for me, I find, especially with how things are at the moment, that colouring can be good stress relief. Okay, so what I do, so I've just picked 2 colours out, and I have this plastic bag. Now you're probably all thinking, why for the plastic bag? So I always want to, I'm plastic. It's sort of like one of those necessary evils, right? Especially when you're sending stuff halfway around the world. But I'm going to show you a really cool idea. It actually helps if you've got some cardboard inside. Do I have any cardboard? That is easy to get to, probably not. Okay, so what I do, so I'm using Distress Oxide Peeled Paint and Forest Moss. So, because I wanted the green from these guys, but what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to take this and smush it all out. What I need to grab. Okay, and I'm going to do the same for this guy. Oh, and just so you know, that's my, what's it called? My sponge dauber, so that I can smush, blend things through. Okay, and then the next thing I do is I grab my Disperse sprayer and I just give it a little bit of water. You don't need to do a lot. Okay. Also, guys, this is interactive, so if you have any ideas, talk to me about it, and I'll have a play with it. So this bit here, so I had, trying to think, it might have been Diane who asked me about printing this onto watercolor paper and coloring it in. It obviously depends on your printer and how all that works. And the ink and how that deals with water. But I thought, you know what, let's give it a try. Let's have a little bit of fun together. So I'm just gonna, and the other thing is too, the extra bits that you cut off are really good just for checking how your strokes and your colours work. So that's actually really, really nice. Okay, so that's good. Let's just try this again. Can you guys see that? Okay, so I actually think this is going to turn out really nice. I'm going to cut it at the end once it's dry. The other thing I usually do, and I should have done this before I cut it down. So usually what I do is before I watercolor anything, I have some, and I don't know where they are. This is why I didn't do it, because they've gone walkabout. I have 2 wooden boards. They're not too thick, but what I do is I use a washi tape and I literally tape them down, and then I have a one of the, it's not a hairdryer, but it's like a dryer. It's a heat gun, and I use that so the tape sort of holds it flatter, because once you start adding a lot of water onto your paper, you will find that it starts to warp. Yes, Pearl, the fine text are great for calligraphy. So my watercoloring background isn't necessarily in coloring in, it's more in lettering. I love lettering. I'm very not practiced at it at the moment. I'm very out of practice. I find it's really good for my fine motor control, and also it's a great thing for anxiety. Pardon me. So yes, I bought the fine text for my lettering, but I also add it as a touch. Like if there's a kit that has gold through it, sometimes I'll add some of the fine text onto the pages, just to give it a little bit of splash into. So says you. Tupperware lids, laminate offcuts. Yeah, exactly. From when you laminate your dashboards, yes. Plastic glass chopping boards, yep, work really well for using stamp pads as watercolors. Yes, completely agree. The other thing I use is the back of one of my, I'm in the process of reorganizing my scrapbox. The other thing I use is a stamp block. I've got a really big one, which is in one of my bigger tubs because it doesn't fit in the small one where I have all my other stamping blocks. But I'll use that as well. And it's also really good because you can sort of smoosh it on to whatever you're painting. Okay, let's have a bit of fun here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smoosh down this basic color. And remember I said I don't know how the black that's printed is going to work. It actually seems to be going all right. I'm actually quite impressed with it. Now, one of the reasons I'm showing you watercolor instead of using markers is the amazing thing about watercolors is that if you don't get it inside of the lines, you know, it's not a big problem. And I'm going to end up getting it all over my desk. So I need to find, let me just go get some scrap. Okay. So, and the cool thing is oxides are actually a lot of fun once you let them dry a little bit and then you spray them. A heat tool, yeah, thanks Ashley. I was like, what is it called? I've also got a little bit of water off camera, so I'm just going to bring this over here. It's in one of my kids' cups that we don't really use much anymore. And I also love watching the way watercolor works. So we're just going to have a bit of a play. I love watching how it literally slides down, and then once you let it dry, adding sort of little bits on top. So I'm literally just sort of like washing over everything at the moment with this one color. I'm not being too picky about how it washes, about where the color lands. It's watercolor. I'm having a bit of fun with it. Okay. Is this how I create arts for the kits? No, I use artists, although at the moment I am working on digital art, which is a lot of fun. So it's been a little while since I've been doing a lot of the painting myself. But we are looking, and the digital art is digital watercolor, so you probably won't even see a difference. And actually, if you haven't already noticed it in our kits, you wouldn't even know because I've been using some digital in there as well. And it's quite fun. So I haven't been, I actually find, because I've got so much to do for Planners Anonymous, like there is so much work that's required. I don't get a lot of time to sit down and do the art, although lately I have been painting, and it is so fun. And my big thing is, so I'm very much a perfectionist. I love that with watercolor, it helps me let go of that perfection side of me, because it's a lot harder to be so perfect. I mean, you can obviously get it perfect, but watercolor is very forgiving in that sense. Hey, gorgeous girl, how you doing?
Good.
What you doing?
I was playing upstairs.
Oh, what were you playing?
I don't know what it was called.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use this some more ink.
Gold llama.
Gold, where? Oh yeah, my gold llama. I got one of those plaster of Paris kits from Kmart and painted it in gold so I could put it on my desk.
And Indy wanted one, but Mummy said no.
Oh, thanks, Indy. Thanks for dubbing me right in there. Indy, you got other ones. I got you a catacorn. Thanks, Kmart. Okay, so what you doing?
I want to do some watercoloring.
You want to do some watercoloring? Okay, so
I can get a sheet from there.
So why don't you get, so in that drawer, the bottom drawer there, actually, see that piece of paper there? Yep, that one. That's watercolour. So pull out a paper from that. We're going to have a guest visitor with us. We're going to have Indy watercolouring beside me. I've just got to make some space for her.
Mom,
Yes, Indy.
can you take this out?
Hold on. Just bring it over and I'll help. Oh, what was that? There you go. Can you get a piece of paper so that you can... Here, from here. Piece of paper from over there, please.
Yeah.
There you go. You sit up over here. Okay, sorry all. This is what happens when you work from home and your kids are home from school, right? This is the new world that we are all living in. Do you want to sit on the chair or not? Yeah? Okay. You need a paintbrush, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. They can't see you just yet, little one. Okay. Yeah, I normally don't let you into all this stuff, do I?
No, but today's a lucky day.
Today is a lucky day. So you can use this one. What colour do you want? What colour do you want to paint with? What are you going to paint?
A unicorn.
A unicorn.
First I'm going to be black.
I'm going to try and set up picture in picture so you guys can see us while we're doing this. Give me 2 seconds. Hopefully I can get this working.
And I'm hopefully going to get this unicorn right. Do you have a unicorn model anywhere?
Do I have a model anywhere?
Do you have a paper unicorn anywhere?
There we go. How's that? No, I don't. Oh, why don't you use the artwork from the freebie?
Okay.
Okay.
Phoebe and the unicorn is cool. But first I'm
No,
gonna
not from Freebie and the Unicorn, from the downloads that I gave you. The printable ones that I did. Okay. Okay, so while Indy's doing that, we set her up with so much upstairs so that she could not be bored. Best laid plans, hey? Actually, I might get her just a colour in that if she wants. And this is what it's like when I go to sit down and you all wanted to know what it was like. This is what it's like when I work on weekends. But to be, like, if I'm being completely honest, I just love the fact that she wants to be creative, because I find in our society it can be very difficult to stay creative. You know, there's so much priority put on, there is so much priority put on to all the other important stuff that we have to learn. It doesn't have a colour, that's why I'm asking what colour do you want, because I'll get it for you and you can use it how Mummy's using it. I need to find some more plastic. You want black? Or do you want to draw the outlines?
Yeah.
You're going to be gentle with Mummy's special pens. You can't push down too hard. Okay. This one should be... You can't push down too hard, okay? It should work once it's dry. Okay, it's a very gentle pen, okay? It's a very light pen. Okay, let me try this one. Let's see if this one works.
Do you want on the paper? This paper.
No, hold on. It needs to dry first though. Okay, so just give it a second. So, welcome to my home. Nancy, don't have any fear of watercolor. Watercolor is probably the most forgiving of all the mediums. Do you like watercoloring, Indy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you find it's not going the way you want, add some water, make it wet again, and then just blend it in. Like, it is literally, I just love how forgiving it is, and it's how relaxing it can be to get creative with some watercolor.
And it's really cool because you don't have to keep sharpening your pencils.
That is right. But you do have to what?
Make sure
You've got enough paint.
Uh-huh.
And that you don't spill over your water.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So that's like really quick and simple. I'm going to let that dry for a second while I get Indy set up. So yeah, Nancy, don't have any fear of watercoloring at all. It's fun. Let's see if this is going to work. Oh, that'll work. Okay. Now, what I'm getting Indy to work with is a Faber-Castell Pitt artist pen. I love these. Although this is a brush one. I don't know if you're going to be able to work with a brush pen.
I'm going to draw this unicorn on this bag.
That's a good idea. Hold on. This is a fine... Oh, this one would be better. Okay, let's try this one. Yes, use it. Do you want to draw it in pencil first? Yeah? Go get your pencil. And then draw it in pencil first. And then you can trace over it. Good girl, honey. Is that picture-in-picture okay? I can get rid of it if you want. Let me know. Yeah, don't ever be afraid of watercolor. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add in some...
And it does not act like water.
It does act like water. Actually, I put a little bit up here. Okay, so you draw your unicorn. Okay. Sorry, I just realised that I'm super far down on the camera. I'll move mine over. You can move yours up a little bit if you want to. Okay, so how are we all doing? Is anybody actually doing this at home? Is anybody having a play? Is anybody colouring in? What's going on out there? Because I wanna hear what people are doing to cope with everything that's going on at the moment. I want to hear what you're up to. Hello, what type of watercolours have you read? Okay, so watercolours, do you rent for somebody just starting out? I find this is a koi watercolour set. I find it's good because it has a whole bunch of
Do you have a rubber anywhere?
do I have a rubber anywhere? Yeah. Nope. Hold on, where is it? Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. There you go.
Thank you.
I find it's good because it's got a whole bunch of colours in there. Experiment. Like I find in terms of brushes, I love these brushes. These are a aqua brush. They're a bit more expensive because I hold the water in the actual brush. I love these for lettering. I fell in love with these through lettering. Yeah, you need to press softly, boo, when you use your pencil, okay? I'm trying to find my nursing registration at the moment. Ooh. I'm using a brush pen. Yes, I love brush pens. They're so much fun. And they're easy too. Like I have a couple of brush pens where I've literally got coloured ink in them because it was my favourite colour. And I have a whole bunch of them. But start off with like a watercolour starter kit and go from there. Oh, Catherine, you're watercolouring with me. Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay! I've finished destroying brown band instruments, sewing costumes for my daughter's dolls, and cleaning my craft room. Oh, can you come and clean my craft room after? I've been really bad. It's and I just realised you've got your school uniform. So, oops. Okay, so if you're worried about watercolour, don't. Yes. But I've also just put on, I've just made it a little bit too dark. So I'm just going to use some paper towel to the side. I'm going to add in some extra water to sort of blend it out a little bit. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun.
And 2 ears.
2 ears. Remember, don't press too hard. That's what happens when I'm not paying attention. I'm using alcohol brush pens. Would they be the Tim Holtz pens? I made a booklet combining both of the printables, just using coloured pencils and also stickers and paper from the Vineyard kit, making it up as I go. That's all weird. So Marianne said that. I feel like that's life at the moment, isn't it? We're all just making this up as we go. So we're all just going to have a little bit of fun as we go. Just adding some water so that it stays a little bit lighter. How's your unicorn going, baby girl?
Good.
Good? Hey, there we go.
Can't see it.
Right, put it down under this one. This way. It needs some eyes.
I know. The unicorn needs some eyes.
And it does need some eyes. So this is really average watercoloring. I do a lot better than this when I'm not on camera.
Then just don't face the camera.
Just don't face the camera. Well, it's because Mummy's trying to talk and concentrate at the same time. Mummy's struggling a little bit with that. But that's okay, isn't it? We're all doing the best that we can right now. Okay. Tammy, I'm actually doing the neon kit in my happy planner. I'm planning while I've got you. Is that the 90s kit? Yay, that's good drawing, Indy Boo. Okay. So now what you want to do is trace over it with the black. You need, oh, no, not that one. Oh, I didn't realize that was it. Okay, you need to, this one. Still be much more gentle than what you were with that, okay? Okay.
It's not really working.
That's because your pencil was so dark. Tip number 1, try not to be too dark with your pencil. Whoop, I'm making a mess here, people. Alton you. Oh, I love their stamps. I am a stamping addict. I love my stamps. Love them.
Then why don't you sing a song about them?
Why did I sing a song about? People don't want to hear me sing, Minnie.
Why?
Because Mummy's not exactly a amazing singer.
Then go to sing class.
Then go to singing class. Well, there you have it, people. Just isn't things just a little bit more simple when you're a kid? I should just go to singing class. I can't go to singing class because I pay for you to go to singing class. Okay, so what else? I don't watercolor, so I brought out my Spectrum. I can never say that right, but Karen. No, I know what you mean. They look amazing. They look like a lot of fun. I hope you're actually enjoying this. Like, I was a little bit nervous about doing today, and I'm like, are people actually going to find it worthwhile? Are they going to enjoy just chilling out with me? And that's all I wanted this to be. I didn't want it to be like my Monday lives, because my Monday morning / I guess Sunday night for the US lives are much more, well, I would say formal, but I'm not exactly a formal person. But much more structured. I kind of wanted to see how things went today and if you're all enjoying it. Noir. Thanks, Ashley. Noir.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Okay, Mary. Marianne, go get your daughter's watercolors. That will work perfectly. It's whatever you have, right? Whatever you have right now is the best option. So I'm hoping that you're actually, even if you, like, we're all just creating together. That's the whole point of this, right? Doesn't need to be perfect, does it, Ninny?
No.
No. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be, what? Fun.
And fantastic.
And fantastic. That way. See? You can see there. There you go. And I have totally botched this up. But that's okay, because I'm just going to spread that out a little bit. And I've just made it too dark on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it dark down the bottom, just to sort of balance it out a little bit, because I feel like right now this up here is where I've been focusing too much. So I'm just going to balance it out by doing some more watercolor down the bottom.
Mom.
Yeah, if you have any sort of watercolor in the house, I don't care if it's the $2 kits that you buy for kids at the dollar store. It's literally the best thing is just to grab it out and have a play. As I said earlier, if you've got markers and the only marker that you have access to is a bright red marker, then you're going to have red leaves. This is all just stress relief right now.
Red leaves will look good.
Red leaves will look good. It's like fall,
Especially
isn't it?
in autumn.
That's right,
And
especially in
it's
autumn.
now.
It is autumn now, isn't it?
So that makes it even more fantastic.
It does make it, see? So this is my co-host, Indy. Aren't you? Are you going to be my co-host?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indy co-host.
Indy co-host. Okay, now the interesting thing, because I'm using Distress inks, and I forgot, so these inks, so can you see them on camera? No, you can't. So I'm using, so for those people who are just joining, this is what I'm using. Because I'm using oxide inks, they are reacting very differently to me adding more water in. They are getting that oxide sort of a look. Yes, boo?
Mommy,
Yeah.
Can I have pink?
You can have pink. Let me just find it.
I like
It's
pink.
blue. You like pink. Pick your poison. That one? Okay, hold on. I'll get it out. So this is my co-host, Indy. No, wait. Can you need some more plastic? Actually, oh, here we go. So, great example. I reckon Daddy will be home soon. No, leave that alone.
What do you use?
Oh, that's a good point. So if you're going to use brush pens, also buy one of these. Oops, sorry, one of these. So this is a great way of getting the water out and putting fresh water into your
Thingamabob.
thingamabob. There we go. Coloured pencil aren't as much fun. I want watercolours now. Connie, if you like using watercolored, if you like using coloured pencils but want to sort of make a jump over to watercolour, a great thing to get is watercolour pencils. It's sort of like the middle ground of both. I'm not really good with them because my pencil colouring isn't great. That's Lachlan's area, isn't it? Lockie likes pencil colouring. So I would recommend having a go with those. They're a bit of fun. And you can still order stuff online. Like we are still delivering online. Yeah.
Lachlan likes marker colouring.
He does like marker colouring, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Indy does sing. Do you sing? You go to singing class, don't you? Yeah.
How do I put this pink on?
Oh, okay. So I gave you this one, didn't I?
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's move you over here. Let me see if I can move this.
So you can show them how to use it.
I'm gonna move. Oops, hold on. I'm gonna move the picture-in-picture over. Hold on, Indy.
Huh?
Hold on. Hey. Come on. Okay, there we go. So now you can see Indy's. So what we're going to do, Nini, you ready? Is we're going to pick up some ink. You're watching, Daddy? Yeah. Pick this up like that. And then you're just going to lay it down like that.
Okay.
On your unicorn. Now just, so where you've got the pencil, that's probably going to get all smudgy. Where's your rubber from school? Go get a rubber. Okay?
So I can rub out all my pencil lines?
Yep. Yep. That's why you need to do soft pencil lines.
Okay.
Okay. So that is mine. They're not. Oh. I hope you get paid some good co-host wages. She'll get extra screen time and extra craft goodies. She just loves playing with my craft stash, so she's quite happy right now. I'm using Happy Planner supplies. Tim Holtz Distress Inks. Yep, Planners Anonymous Neon 2019. I'm guessing the neon is the 90s kit. Okay, you got your rubber? Yep. So let's have a look at how this is going to rub out. It might not rub out really well because you've... Oh no, look at that. It's rubbing out really, really well. Yeah. So I want you to rub it all out. Okay? Those inks are on my wish list. I really like them. So I had some of the old Tim Holtz inks and I did like them, but when it came to blending them out, I really struggled to blend them. There are some amazing people who can blend really well. I am not one of them. So once I've gone on to the oxides, I've just found that they've blended so beautifully. So I saved up, didn't we save up? And I purchased the set. It did take me a while though. So I understand all those, I love my Copics, but they are an investment and I don't have a lot of them just yet, but maybe one day I will. Okay, so I'm just going to add in a few more little parts and remember what I said, you don't need to be perfect. It's watercolor.
Yeah, like this.
The idea, exactly. Did you rub out all your lines?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you need, the good thing about these, so I'm just going to show you what you're working on, is if you're finding, you ready? If you're finding it's too dark, you give your pen a little, very gentle squeeze, and it lets a little bit more water out. Okay? And if you let out too much water, can you go get another paper towel? Just a clean one. Maybe two. Okay? Thanks.
Okay.
Then you just got to double it up, just sort of tap it in with the towel and you'll watch it pick up the colour. Just make sure you're using a clean part of the towel. It'll pick up a little bit of colour and a little bit of the water. Okay. So, I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to colour in more of that because I find that it's not my normal standard, but I'm happy with it. Oh, geez, that's a lot of paper towel. That's a lot of paper towel. Okay, so yep, so if you put too much on, just tap it lightly, okay? You still have more lines to rub out. Let's just help Indy out here. Nobody is perfect, sweetheart.
I can't rub out my pencil.
And you don't need to be perfect, that's not the point. The point is, what's the point? We're having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right.
fun.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, and not getting rubbings in our... Okay, there we go. How are we doing? Thank you.
Didn't need
Okay.
that, Mommy.
So, this is an exciting... So then, what I'm going to do is this is going to be my Fussy cut one. Actually, you know what? Where did I put it? I put the kit somewhere. It's under the table.
Oh. Don't knock my chair over.
I'm not going to knock your chair over. Okay, so I've got the kit and I'm going to show you because I get a lot of questions of people saying, okay, I don't know how to use die cuts. I don't know when's best to use die cuts.
Uh-oh.
What? You having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to show people what you're doing? Can you, it's a little bit,
Right.
you're a little bit off to the side. No, it's just because I've got the camera for me, not for both of us.
Ew.
Lots of new inks coming today. Oh, Ash, that's good. That'll keep you busy. Okay, so we've got, I'm just flipping through the die cuts.
And Indy's gonna need some blue.
Yeah, okay, in a second. You colour all the pinks first and then I'll swap your colour over. So these die cuts are from our Vineyard kit, which is what this is based on. Hopefully you are all actually enjoying hanging out with me today. Let me know, because I'm not, oh, that looks really pretty.
Ooh.
Doesn't it? Does that look good? I like the way the green works on the sorry, the pink works on the green.
And this light pink, I love it.
That works too.
And I love that.
It all works. I must have picked good colours.
You're really good at blending now.
Oh, thanks, baby girl. Okay, let's stick with, I'm going to pick, no, I'm not going to pick the girl.
No. No, girl!
Okay, just calm. So what I'll then do, Indy, just in, which one is it? I think it's this one. Can you put that for me? No, put that back in. Oh, I rearranged it all. Where's my adhesives? Oh, ow, that one down there.
This one?
Yeah, pull that one out.
I'll get it.
Thanks, baby. I think it's that one. So what I find is, if you're even creating something like this guy and you just want to add something else on top.
Mummy!
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yep, this is exactly what I needed. Okay.
Hey, you could have used this.
No, not for this one.
Oh, yeah, because it's for a different kit.
No, it is for a different kit.
Ooh, I like these.
That's what I wanted. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay, so, okay, we are having fun. Okay, good. It's late here, but I'm enjoying watching, seeing the artist at work. Oh, thank you. And I was sort of like, I don't know what to say about today, because, like, it's a party, but it's also just, I just want everybody to chill out, have a little bit of fun, and switch off from all the other social media that's going on. Okay, so these are literally really cheap foam dots that I use.
and I know you can get them too.
Where?
You can get them at the $1 shop. At the dollar shop.
Can you?
Yeah,
How do you know that?
because at the dollar shop, I seen a video and they have these little foam animal things where they have those, but just in different colours.
Oh. Have you brushed your hair today?
No.
I can tell. You brushed your teeth? We got so focused on the homeschooling, we forgot about the basics. Okay, so I also have, and I think it's up here somewhere, so I'm not going to be able to reach it, but I have some wobbles. So what would have been really cool is to sort of put this on here and make it wobble about, but I can only get to my foam dots, so I'm going to use some of those instead, and I'm going to cut out, what are you doing?
I can check here.
Okay, very good. Keep colouring in, baby.
Need blue.
You need blue. Have you finished all the pink? Do you want to make any of the pink darker?
Wait.
So I'm just gonna
Okay.
relatively fussy cut. I will cut this again more detailed off camera, but I can't. I have finer scissors. They're really sharp tipped scissors that I use for that, and they're in hiding at the moment, so that
Where should I hide this?
my little ones can't get to it. That's. What are you doing? Get out of my stash. Indiana Gale. Okay, I will get you a blue in a second. Okay. Can you clean that off with the mounds of paper that you grabbed? You don't need to use all of it. Just use a little piece. You don't need to waste it. Okay. So I will cut this a little bit more finely off camera, and I'll literally fussy cut it properly. Okay, so that is that piece, and then what I'm going to do, I think I've decided on, let me just move all this up a little bit. I think I've decided on, I don't want to, like, that's kind of cool, but I do think I want to use that, and then I can put, yeah, come on, hey, no, Indy, come on. Do you want blue or not?
Yes.
Okay. Whoops. Did you clean it off? You just need to wipe it off. Bright blue. Peacock feathers. This is one of my favourite colours. Okay. Hold on.
Ooh.
Okay. Now how's your hands? Are you covered in pink? No. Okay. So you don't need heaps of it. Just going to use a little bit.
Put it in here.
Now the other thing is too, if with the free printables that I'm putting up, if you want, what?
How do I get the colour off here?
You put it in the, yep, and give it a wash, and then use this and dry it on that. Okay? Let's move this up so you can see on the camera. How about you paint there? Okay, so the other thing is too, you can, all of my papers and my stickers, I try to make them so that you can keep writing, that you can write on them. Now where is the black that I almost gave you earlier? Nope, not that one. Only has so many, I think it's this one. So I just want to do a quick practice off. I always practice on a, you like that one? This is my problem. It doesn't matter how much space I give myself, I always have
a little Indy.
Well, I always love having a little Indy. I always end up running out of space because I'm very, very messy crafter. What can I write here? What would you want me to write on here? So keep in mind I don't have a lot of space and my writing is relatively big. Oh, that looks really pretty. Okay, while I'm waiting for you to do that, to tell me, I'm going to, what I might do is I might keep colouring in, I might do this second page and I'll do this a lot quicker than I did the first page. So I'm just going to do it as more of a wash. So this is so much fun. Oh, yay!
I made a mistake better.
That's okay. Add some water onto your brush bit. And it will, no. I'm glad that you're all enjoying. If this goes well, I'll do these more often. Because I was a bit nervous about running this because I'm like, well, will people actually be interested? Good learning, sweetheart. Because quite honestly, this not only keeps me in a good frame of mind, it actually helps me be motivated to design more. So thank you for joining me. Like I really.
Are we done?
No, we're not done yet. No, not done yet.
Are we nearly done?
We'll see how people are going. If people want us to stay on for a little bit longer, we can.
What if they want us to stay on for a long time?
Well, at some point we've got to, get some work done, and you've got to go back and finish off the rest of your afternoon schoolwork.
Yeah.
How's your unicorn going? How's everybody going at home? Are you
Hopefully
all?
good.
Yeah, hopefully good. Are you all creating? Are you all getting crafty?
With us?
I've been enjoying hearing that this is actually helping to motivate people to get creating. I was going to do a weekly layout with the Vineyard kit after. I don't know if I'm going to have time. I feel like this has already run way over what I was hoping.
Gold.
You need gold? I don't have gold, so pick another colour.
But you do have gold.
Yeah, you're not using those. They're not for beginners. For those who just asked what she pointed at, she pointed at my Fintex. Yeah, that's not happening.
What can I use instead of gold?
Okay.
Do you have a color like gold? Wait, what
Hold on,
color
Indy.
that I can
Wine o'clock. Oh, I could write that. Yeah. Please keep doing these types of videos. I'm actually watching and doing some cross stitch. Oh, yay. What else? We just chatted and did our own thing, and a few that I've done recently. It's just good to connect. I completely agree with that, Denise. Tip for watercolors: always put your rinse water in a different shape than your drinking cup. Yes, that's very true. I have my drinking cup off to the side, so I completely agree with that. But I have almost drunk from my my watercoloring cup in the past. Yes, Indy Boo?
What's a color that will match like these that I can do for the whole
Well,
one?
what do you think? You could do any colour you like. What do you think? I'm enjoying crafting party. Oh, yay, good. I'm glad it's relaxing. We should share on Instagram. Yes! Okay, so hashtag PA Planner Party Vineyard. Or just PA Planner Party. Don't put Vineyard on, because that way I can search up all of what everybody else is doing. So just put PA Planner Party. Stop, drop, and selfie. PA Planner Party. Show me what you're doing. I don't have a screen to look at it just yet, because all my screens are showing other stuff. Hey, what are you doing? Did you pick a colour?
Which one were these? What kind of blues do you have?
What kind of blues?
Yeah.
You just used a blue, didn't you?
Yeah, but what other kinds?
Oh, lots of other kinds.
Ooh, can I see?
No. Maybe. Okay. So, this time I went a lot lighter. Where's my green? I'm just going to go over it again and make it a little bit darker. Okay. I'll be the first one to do that. Just made a washi card for my kit. Oh, also, in terms of hashtags, PA show and tell. Because they're the ones that make it into my lives on Monday. Okay.
Mommy,
Yes, Boo.
can I have a pink?
Do you want a pink? What about a purple?
Oh yeah, purple. I haven't used purple yet.
Oh.
Can I have purple?
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. Okay.
1, 2.
Indy, have you finished with the blue and the pink? Where's the blue? Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can find quickly.
Purple.
Sorry, everyone. This has gone on a little bit longer than I expected because we have had a little miss join us.
Yeah. He wants help.
Yep.
Because this is my first time watercoloring.
Uh-huh. And you know what? If Indy can do it, you guys can all do it at home. Oh. Suffering from allergy-induced vertigo. Laying down. Good. Lay down, relax,
And watch this.
and watch the video. Yep. So if Indy is watercolouring, oh, feel free to ask what any of the supplies are. I really wanted to make something that no matter what, like if you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber,
Or if you like this or not like this.
then there is something for you to download, have a bit of fun with. I mean, most of us who are crafters either have pens that we can use or pencils or something that we can colour in with. And as I said, if you don't want to colour in, that is also fine. Okay, I'm just gonna put some finishing touches on this. Now, and then what I'm gonna do, well, whoops.
Mommy, look. Paintbrush color looks like this.
Oh, did you not rinse it?
I did rinse it.
Mummy forgot to put some, Mummy's not concentrating again, Mummy. Forgot to put some Mummy forgot to blend out.
No.
It's okay. We'll just balance it out. Because no mistakes with watercolour. We're just having fun. Okay. And I am making an absolute mess.
Okay. Now, what does this unicorn look like?
Okay.
What does this unicorn look like to you?
Looks like a unicorn. It looks like a very well drawn unicorn. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. Okay, what was the gold that Indy wanted to use? So I have some fine text off to the side. I don't use them too much, but
I want to do some more watercoloring.
they took me a long time to get because they kept selling out and it was very hard to get them. And I only used them for a few projects. And while she's still got her training wheels on with the watercolour and learning about pressure.
Like me?
Yeah, you.
Bum bum bum. I have my
Okay.
training wheels on. Bum
You do.
bum 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 bum.
Okay. The other thing I'm going to do, that's enough. Okay. Have you done your unicorn?
Yeah. I want to do something else now.
Okay.
I want to watercolor something else.
Well, why don't you go and draw something else?
Okay.
So I'm just using a plain black marker just to colour this in.
Where can
Why
I
don't
put
Why don't
this?
you get some of your pens and colour in those colouring sheets that I gave you earlier today?
Okay.
Because that would be great. And you could show people what you were, you know, some ideas what to do with that. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Thanks for the fun evening. Off to bed. Night, Marianne. I'm gonna finish off soon. I just want to, once I colour in this text, I'm going to show you one more thing, and then I might have to, you know, I might have to do some work myself. I could honestly be here all day. It's actually been very relaxing for me to join in. Oh, you want to show what you did? Okay, so Indy has coloured in. Why don't you go sit on your chair so that they can see you? And what you can do is show it. So show it to this camera here, because this is this bit here. So Indy has been colouring in the sheets that come with the new printout. For those who have joined more recently, that printout isn't up yet. I've just got to make one small change, and then I will have it online.
And some of the viruses are still alive.
Yep. But that's okay, because how do we get rid of them?
Washing our hands, but the soap isn't strong enough, unfortunately.
Yes, it is.
No, look. Some of them are still alive.
Indeed.
Look.
Yeah, I know. That's because the soap's getting to them. When you wash our hands.
Wash our
Okay.
hands
Okay.
today.
So, okay, that's it. All right. Are they a type of watercolor? Yes, the fine texts are. They're sort of, I don't know, like I would say they're my premium watercolors that I've purchased. So I don't use them very often. I only use them, I usually use them when I'm making cards for people. They were like they took me a while to save up for. They're quite expensive. Or at least I remember them to be quite expensive. Maybe it was just because they took me a while to save for. You want another piece?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you on this one, because I'm not a big fan of what I did on the watercolor on this one. But so the cool thing about this dressings, is this clean? Yep, this is clean. Okay, so I'm just going to make a little bit of space. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it. Now, because I've printed this on the printer, I don't know how well this is going to work out with letting the water seep in. We're going to find out in a few minutes. So what happens with the oxide inks is that it sort of lifts up the colour.
Yeah.
If you put water on it after it's dried. So it's very different to using normal watercolour.
Yes or not?
Yeah, there you go. But it's also a lot of fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this towel and I'm just going to pat it down. Yeah, and you can sort of see that it works a little bit differently because it's working on watercolor paper as well. So, but you can see it sort of started to lift in some of the places. Now, what I also do is I have, and I'm going to do it on, oops, sorry, you're getting a really big close-up of my forehead right now. So I have this, which is a distress mica spray, and in the pewter. And what I'm going to do is, now this stuff goes everywhere. Oh, you're doing a rainbow. Very good.
Oh yeah, forgot.
This stuff really goes everywhere. Including all over my hand. So what it does is it sort of gives it a little bit of a shimmer, a little bit of a splatter look on top. I absolutely love it. Okay. So, and I've got some on that. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to keep that.
And do as many layers of the rainbow that I can.
Where's my black? Where did my black go?
I have no idea.
Not the one you're using. So, oh, no, there it is. Okay. I might have to wrap this up soon.
No.
You right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, can we do watercoloring for more?
For more.
Longer? Can we do watercoloring longer?
Oh, you've got to do work.
But I want to do watercoloring.
You've got to do some schoolwork, and Mummy's got to do some work. Wine.
Mummy, I've done my math, all of my math, and I've done my handwriting and my book club. That's all Daddy had planned.
That's all Daddy had planned.
Yes.
Did you do all your work in the first few hours?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So, wind down. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dry this. Hopefully, you'll be, I don't know if you can see it.
Hopefully
The shimmer?
it'll be dry in an hour.
No, it'll be dry before that. But what I'm going to do is I sort of mentioned earlier about putting the foam dots on the back. Actually, before I do that, what I should be doing, yes, boo.
I like this hair, the back of the hair right here.
Okay, we'll look at that later, okay, sweetheart?
This one right here.
Okay, very good.
Use one on
No,
this bit.
not right now, no.
Ooh. I know what I'm.
Okay, so I've just put all the foam dots on the back. Oh, I'm making a mess. This is what we, oh my goodness, and I've just got the mica spray. All, I was wondering where it went. It's all over my desk. Okay, that's going to be fun to clean up. So before I put, yes, sarcasm, that's right. We do sarcasm alerts in this family, don't we? Okay.
Mom, are you
Yep.
stapling it?
I'm trying to hole punch it, but I think my hole punch is a bit jammed. Yeah, I know.
No. Ah.
No.
And also
That's
a
not
bit
good.
of a no to me.
There we go. Okay, it's there. Okay, so just gonna line that up.
I'm doing a purple rainbow.
Punch the holes,
I want to see my purple
and
rainbow.
Indy, hold on. And the cool thing about so that's my little mini dashboard that I can then add, and I was going to pull out my melody, and then I'm like, well, I don't really want to pull it out right now because I've got so much ink everywhere. Actually, hold on, maybe I could.
And it got so much Indy everywhere.
I love having Indy everywhere. Okay, let's try and make this clean. I am such, this is why you don't see me crafting a lot. I am such a messy crafter.
That's why we only show you stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you do me a favour? Would you mind getting me another piece of paper just so I can put it down and not make a mess everywhere? Thank you.
Okay.
So, we're getting there, everybody. We've almost made something. Is anybody like me that you can spend hours and not actually finish a project? I'm actually quite impressed that I have been able to make something. And I was going to do a weekly layout after this, but I might have to do it later. Just one piece, baby.
One piece.
Thanks, gorgeous girl. Okay, so the idea is that
I have one of those books too.
you've then got this little, so I'm going to cut that off after as well, but you've then got this gorgeous little peekaboo dashboard.
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. So that's it. That's, I might actually leave it, hold on, I had one more thing that I wanted to do. One more thing, so give me 2 seconds. Because, you know what, let's next level this.
And
So I bought some multi-medium matte. I've had this in my stash for a while.
And Indy had a purple rainbow for a while.
And I have some sequins. So I'm just going to use a couple of these.
I'm not allowed to use them anymore.
No. Why are you not allowed to use sequins, Indy?
Because you know what happened to Michael Little last time?
What happened last time?
Well, I was using glitter and I accidentally dropped it and it went all over the floor.
And then you don't put it away, and then what happens?
Mommy gets super mad at me.
I don't get super mad at you. Lachlan grabs them and throws them all over the house.
And then you get mad at me.
Okay, so this is if you want to sort of take it to the next level. So I'd probably suggest not doing this in your planner.
Or don't
But
do it and don't do it especially when other people.
I do have a
make a big mess of
quick
them.
stick, pick stick somewhere.
Pick
I'm just trying to
stick.
remember where it is. It's really handy because I can sort of pick up
Mommy?
sequins with one part of it. Yes, indeed.
Is this it?
No, don't worry. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing right now. So all I'm doing is adding a small swatch. It does take a while for it to dry. What you doing? Are you grabbing more paper?
Yeah.
We're going to do, 2 months of homeschooling projects in the one day here. So I've just read that people are feeling very inspired to get watercolors, to make some things. And you know what, this is what I love about our kits. So our kits are full of watercolors, so they're super, super easy to coordinate with. So I mean, like even the greens in this kit have matched really well with the Books and Botanicals kit, so it's not too far out. So I'm just going to pull this up to show you all. So, and I've just made it a little bit extra by doing the, adding the sequins on, doing the die cut, oops, the sequins are not dry yet, they'll take a while to dry. I've made it pop out a little bit. The other thing, as I mentioned earlier, if I could find, I would have taped down the watercolor paper before painting onto it. If you wanted to, you could then outline all your outlines once again to sort of make them a little bit more bold. But I'm really happy with how it's turned out, and how gorgeous. It's a little peekaboo, the watercolor, sort of a peekaboo dashboard. So what I want you to sort of take away from this as well is sort of thinking outside the box when it comes to how to use these guys. If you just wanted to create it as a standard dash, you can. You can also do the same with the cover. You can create that as a peekaboo cover or as a full cover with the quote. Add a couple of the die cuts. So I do get a lot of people asking me what to do with die cuts. That's what you can do with die cuts. I hope I'll stay on for another minute or two while I'm tidying up. What did you drop? Oh, that's okay. And I'll take any questions that you might have, and then I'm going to head off because I've got to make some beautiful downloads for people. Let me just show those again. Where are my downloads? Where are they? Oh, they're under here.
Remember, that's not your download, it's my download.
No, this one. So the download, it's I haven't counted how many pages, Indy. I'll turn the camera off. Okay, so parenting moment. Okay, so this download is going to be up shortly. Oh, so those watercolors I used they're not really actually a watercolor, they're the Distress Oxide inks from Tim Holtz. I use peeled paint and forest moss. No, you let me do that, please. Okay, so this download, I'm just going to move my Melody out of the way. I'm getting a bit nervous as Indy's playing with the watercolor. Can you please be gentle? Hold the cup when you use it. Oh, and I just realised that I closed it and it hadn't all dried yet. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. Okay, so this is the download we've done for everything that's going on at the moment. This will be a free download. It's got a whole bunch of stuff, so if you want to colour these in, print them out, colour them in. I wanted to make them so you don't have to print them on sticker paper. You can print them on normal paper, cut them out, use a glue stick. So as long as you've got a printer, some paper, some ink, and some glue, and a pen, you should be fine. So I've left some blank so you can write in whatever you want. We've got these guys which you can cut up. So these are a third of a box. So you've got chill day, and then the day, so you can write in which day it is. Lockdown, so like lockdown day 1, lockdown day 2, homeschool day 1, day 2, etc. You've then got some boxes, and these, all of this is done so that you can cut them out with scissors or a guillotine. You've got Thought Nugget, I am thankful for. You've got this little COVID germ there, and you've got Nope over the top, and well, poop. And a PJ Day countdown on the calendar. This I need to change. It will say, well, that escalated quickly. So that's the typo I need to fix. News flash, some toilet paper. We've got this one's probably got some of my favourite. We've got this unicorn girl.
Unicorn girl.
Indy. Feels are okay, and then we've got some hugs and kisses. So happiness moment today felt like. And today I feel, and there's lots of little prompts that you can use to colour it into. Use to write in. So the idea of these is if you've got so much in your planner that's being cancelled at the moment, you can just paste these in over the top. Hand sanitizer, wash your hands, and a whole bunch of it's all the COVID in the background, dying, getting rid of it, all the germs. Thank you for being a friend. Indy, please stop. Otherwise you won't come into another one. I won't have a co-host. Okay, and then you've got thank you for being a friend, and the idea with these is, okay, I have this here which is I think I cut that in half. I think that's a half size. I don't have a ruler on me, but the idea is you can stick a photo there of your friends just to get you through. This is a comic book style, so you can either draw or write or give it to the kids and they can have a bit of fun with it. Today's feels, write the month, write the day, the same thing, a little bit of a comic. And you can, if you want, you can use some of the other bits like the, where are they? Like cut these out and put them on top. The Dubs sneeze. So we've got a girl here who's sneezing into her elbow. The little things, it's a bit more like a journaling page. Feels are okay, and that's the whole idea behind this printout. It's feels are okay. It is also a 5.3 inch by 7 inch, so it is designed to fit in the Melody. This section here is designed so that you can use that to hole punch, or you can trim it down to 5 inch. And then this too shall pass with the glitter poop. So that will be available today to download. I'm also working on all the other downloads. We've got so much coming in terms of downloads to make sure that that you're all keeping nice and busy and having plenty of goods to play with. I sincerely hope that you loved today. Oh look, it's a little love heart. I sincerely hope that you loved today and you had a little bit of fun with me. And this is the reason why she doesn't use my pens, because she doesn't put the lids on. I hope that you had a little bit of fun with me. I want to thank you so much. I'll just show you. I'll just put this on top. I just want to thank you all so much for joining me. I wasn't quite sure how to run this. Hopefully you had a bit of fun. If you did enjoy it, I'll run another one. Depending on how much work I have to do next week, it'll either be next week or the week after. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun with me. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined me today. We do have our Books and Botanicals Melody launching this Friday. So if you want to see a preview of that, watch the live from yesterday. I showed off a whole bunch of goodies from that. What else is happening? If you subscribe, so remember, if you're a subscriber, you get discounts to the Melody. I believe we'll have plenty of Melodies in stock for everybody who wants to buy one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helped you, even if you didn't pick up any techniques, because I'm not the best in terms of technique. I am not that person. If at least I helped to take your mind off things for a little bit, because that's what you all did for me, and make a bit of a mess. I've now got a huge mess I need to clean. Yeah, so hopefully I at least got your mind off everything that's going on and gave you some much needed time out. Oh, I'm seeing the messages. I'm glad you enjoyed. Thank you so much for that feedback. That's invaluable. I'm glad that you loved it. I'll try and be a little bit more organized for the next one, and I'll have more projects. I'll be a little bit more direct with what I'm doing, or get a little bit more input. I do want to do a setting up of, like, maybe I'll do it in the Books and Botanicals, because I've only half set that up. Anyway, please do more, and thank you for doing this. It's great for those stuck at home. Yeah, that's exactly why I did this. Please head over to our website, plannersanon.com. We are still able to ship out, so we are still shipping everything. We are wanting to help you get through this. Jump onto our website, grab some crafting bits and pieces. Books and Botanicals, if you miss the past kit, we will have those available when the Books and Botanicals Melody and the Weeks Planner goes live. So that will be available to purchase. If you subscribe today, you'll be getting Sal and C. We are ridiculously cheap if you're in the States at the moment, because I think we're at like $25 for the standard kit, including shipping, US dollars, $25 US, so we're still 45 or $44.95 AUD. If you're in Australia, that's $44.95 AUD for a whole kit of matching bits and pieces, and you don't have to pay anything extra for shipping. So that subscription keeps everything going. It means that I can do these crafting things. So, and you know what, if you can't do that at the moment, we understand. It's hard at the moment. Get onto the website, download the freebie. That's available to everyone, and get creating. It is, pardon me, one of the best things you can do for your mental health right now is to take some time off social media, some time away from the news broadcast, some time away from everything that's happening. Use your hands and just sink off into another place. I didn't realize that this is almost another 2-hour live. I feel like my lives are going for longer than they always do, because I feel like we're all just needing someone to chat to right now. Anywho, have a wonderful day. I better get to work, because otherwise my subscribers are going to be upset with me, because I need to get them their digitals. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Big virtual hugs to you all. Big air hugs. Take care, and talk to you all soon. Bye.